Okay, so today I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to schedule intimacy in your relationships and why you have to do it this way. I really see too many people splitting up, getting divorced, not pushing through the discomforts of transparency and being honest in your relationship. Look, everyone knows that men need physical intimacy, women need a little bit more on the emotional side, but not where they're emotional. So it's not like that. They just enjoy, a mental connection with someone. Men, we also enjoy a mental connection with someone, but we also express ourselves physically. So the reason why you have to schedule intimacy, you have to schedule talks with your kids, with your wife, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend, with your husband, is because if you don't write it down, you're not gonna do it. And if you don't do it, eventually someone is gonna leave out to go find what's missing. And I think it's just like a weird type of vibe going on where people see it like almost like it's a joke. Like my woman doesn't want to have sex with me or something like that. Or my man, he's too busy. He works too much. Listen, I'm an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. Everyone's pretty much a business owner. Everyone to me is a corporation somehow. They just don't see themselves in that regard, but they should. You should always see yourself as a person that is building something. But what happens to people is that they have the wrong partnership, positive and negative. They have the wrong partnership. So somehow their partner or their spouse has limiting beliefs, and that's limiting them from going out into the, marketplace and going out into the world to go do what they're supposed to do, to go express themselves authentically because they aren't doing it. And what I see is that too many people, men or women, you're okaying this from the opposite side, and you're okaying it from yourself. You aren't setting enough boundaries within yourself to say, listen, I don't enjoy this. This is not how I'm supposed to do things. This is not how this is supposed to work. And rather than you sitting there saying, I'd rather go to seek somebody else, you're thinking it's God's will for you to be loyal and be stuck in a prison for someone who does not want to change. That's not true. You do not have to do that. If you're surrendering and giving yourself up to the Creator, you're giving yourself up to the divine spark, right? And you're sitting there saying, I'm gonna do whatever God tells me to do. God may tell you to go travel, and God may tell you to get out. You gotta get out because that person that you're with is not compatible with you anymore. The magnet is gone. There's no magnetism. Now it's becoming a repellent. So the reason why I say you need to schedule your intimacy, reason number one, why you need to schedule your intimacy is because think about everything that you schedule in your day's time. So I have a routine. I get up in the morning, I meditate, I work out, I write down my things to-do list, right? And then I usually have a library, study room, or a coffee shop somewhere I have to go get some work done. But before that, I take my dogs out for a 1.5 mile walk. I didn't take them out today. Thankfully, I have my partner do it. But I have this routine. And every time I have this routine, I feel, like I'm progressing, I'm purposeful, I'm doing things. If I never stopped and said, stop for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, have a talk with your spouse or with your partner, when am I gonna make time for it? You see, in the Bible, it does say, write the vision and make it plain. For he who reads it will run to it. I have to write it down. I literally have to write down everything that I do. I have to write it down. Because if I don't write it down, I'm not gonna run to it. It's not even gonna be important to me. You can see people who count on their hands the amount of physical intimacy they have with their partner. But I'm telling you, for men, to me, it makes them stronger. I don't know about for women, but I know for men it makes them stronger because I know for me it makes me stronger. I'm only speaking on me right now, but if I had to go look at the research, and the research will say people have low testosterone levels, many men have low testosterone levels. Let me tell you why. Because testosterone comes from your brain, it comes from your head. It's released in the morning time from about the hours of 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning time. So usually when you wake up with an erection, That means you have a healthy blood flow. You have a healthy energy flow. Your channel of energy is flowing. So when you don't have the healthy flow, you're being obstructed somehow, whether it's a traumatic thought, post-traumatic stress disorder, which is basically a unhealthy thought about a situation, something going on, and mainly bad food, unenergetic food. These things that are causing you to be blocked are causing you to have low testosterone. So many men seemingly do not ask for intimacy, physical intimacy, but they need to ask for physical intimacy, and women need to actually say, okay, you don't have to qualify for it, because they're already qualifying for it. And the thing that I'm also seeing is that there's too much. Now, there's a book out there, you guys need to check this book out. It's called Estrogeneration. And what it's basically saying is there's too much synthetic estrogen all over the water systems that we drink in this day and age. Because from the years 1960s on up, you can start to see that the food system's been changed. So all of a sudden, the water, which carries information, for those who don't know, water carries information. That's why your whole body of water is a memory bank that stores information. What's happened is many men have now become so soft because they have too much estrogen, not enough testosterone. And it's because of what they're putting inside their body. It's inside the food, yes. So your food is laced with synthetic estrogen, a lot of it. If you smoke weed, it's also laced with THC, which THC is also acidic. So many people you're seeing in communities, LGBTQs and lesbian and gay communities, they smoke a lot of weed. There's a lot of cannabis shops and things around. But those cannabis shops, that stuff is not healthy. Just because they approved it, the government approved it, does not mean it's good for you. What it does is it creates an acidic pH inside your body. If you can figure out that this whole experience of life is going to be based on an alkaline way or an acidic way, you'll look for everything that causes you to have an alkaline way and leave everything that causes you to have an acidic way, because you don't want that. You see? So if you have to schedule intimacy and your partner's not obliged, maybe because she doesn't have enough libido in her own system, men, and she's saying, I don't want it because I'm not in the mood. Again, women, this is also caused by an acidic pH. If you did not know this, I'm gonna give you guys some background on women's reproductive health. They've said that a woman's vagina is supposed to be 4.5 to 5.5 on a pH scale, like it's something separate from your body. Your vagina, women, is part of your body. So if your vagina is 4.5 to 5.5 on a pH scale, that's very acidic. You're supposed to have a 7.35, 7.55 pH. So if you're below that, beneath that, anything beneath that is going to cause you to be in acidosis. Many women, whenever they're having sex, they secrete like a white, like a cottage cheese kind of, and it's supposed to be something that it's been portrayed as cool to have that, like cream or something like on milk. It's not a good thing. It's showing you that your body on the inside is too acidic. And so if you don't change what's going in for the input, you're going to be giving off the output, which is acidity. So you're not going to be in the mood, period. You're drained of energy, or if you're too acidic on one way, you'll be hypersexual, and you always want to have sex. You always want to, because your mind is racing, you can't stop, mainly because too much caffeine, too much adrenaline, and you can't sleep at night. So some women are hypersexual, and some men don't have enough testosterone. So basically, they have erectile dysfunction. The women want to get it in. The men don't want to get it in. And so now you have this block. And so now it's like a clash. So this is why mainly scheduling intimacy is going to keep you guys both accountable. Because the other thing that you guys need to understand is hydration plays a factor in sex. You need to hydrate yourself. If you drank 2 glasses of water before you had sex, you would essentially fill up your cells prior, hydrating properly with proper water, not just any kind of water. I'm talking about negative ORP, the water I always tell people to go get. You want to have a negative charge inside of your body go into your body and hydrate you, because then you'll see women's vaginal fluid is going to be clear. It's going to be almost like water. And that's the, whenever the fluid comes out, when you're having sex, that's the fluid that you want to have. You don't want to have the other stuff because that cottage cheese, that's not healthy. That means that your insides aren't healthy. So men with low testosterone, women with low libido, it causes you not to be able to have physical intimacy. And so then you're going to start to say, okay, that's step one. You won't even plan on a week from Monday to Sunday. You'll say, oh, maybe twice a week is good. Is it really good? Are you really being honest with your partner and saying it's really good? It's probably not really good. You could probably do 4 days, 5 days. It don't take long for you to have physical intimacy. It does not take long. If you want to do an hour session, great. A half an hour session, wonderful. 10-minute session, awesome. But the best time for you to have sex is about 7 to 9 p.m. whenever you're taking care of your self-care. So from 7 to 9 p.m., you want to turn off all your devices, all your phones. This is part of the Chinese body clock that I'm talking about. And this is where I got this from. Because from 7 to 9 p.m., you should be winding down. You should be winding down just like the planet's winding down, just like the Earth's winding down. The sun, the orbit, it's winding down from about 7 to 9 p.m. And then after that, you want to go to sleep. Because you basically have this wonderful moment of connection. See, tantric is becoming one. It's not just tantric sex. Tantric is becoming one with the divine. So once you become one with the divine, then what do you do after that? Go to sleep. How wonderful of a time is that? All because you scheduled it. Monday night, 7, Tuesday night, 7, Wednesday night, 7. Maybe you have something to do. Maybe you want to go on a date. Maybe you want to have a movie night with your partner. That's still physical intimacy. It's not necessarily, it just has to be sexual. You know, Thursday night, I want to have a massage, right? Friday night, we can go out to, dancing or something like that and come back by, 9 or something like that. But you've been having contact with your partner the entire time. Shower, and then pass out, right? It's like you just have to schedule it. You have to make time to say it's important and prioritize that. That's step one. You actually got to write it down Monday to Sunday. But step 2 is you have to actually be attracted to yourself. Let me tell you just how powerful this is, man. You gotta start to look at yourself and say, am I taking care of my self-care? Am I somebody who I want to sleep with? Literally, be honest with yourself, man. All right, be honest with yourself. I'm here. I go get it in. You can see I'm sweaty right now. I don't know if you can see in my shirt, but yeah, I'm sweaty right now. But every morning I get up and I work out and I exercise and I do my fitness and I do my affirmations and I got a positive mental attitude. I do it for myself because I'm not attracted to a negative version of myself. I'm attracted to a positive version of myself, me. You see what I'm saying? I'm literally attracted to I love myself so much unconditionally. It doesn't matter what anyone can tell me. I love how I am. I love how I look. I love how I speak. I love how I walk. I love how I talk. I love everything about myself. I love myself 100%. So because I love myself so much, for me to go out there to share that with another person is a treat for me. It's a joy for me. It's a gift from me to that person. If you don't look at yourself in the same way, if you don't look at yourself in the same light, if you're not looking at yourself and saying, I'm a treat, I am a gift, I'm an actual gift because I take care of myself so much and my self-care so much, and I'm so focused on being the best version of myself at every moment in time, point in space. So whoever gets me is getting a gift from me. If you never look at yourself like that, it's because you aren't doing what you're supposed to do. You're not taking care of your self-care. So you're looking in the mirror, you're saying, you gotta take me as I am. No, they don't. They don't have to take you as you are, okay? I'm really getting you to understand this. There was was it Miss America? And they had Miss Alabama. I heard, what's the gentleman's name? He has the Valuetainment. He was talking about this. And Miss Alabama came out and she was overweight, pretty overweight. And you're like, why would they send her out there? Right? Why would you have these plus size models that come out? Like, why would you have these type of things that come out? Why? And then you get mad at somebody for saying this person is fat or this person's overweight. Listen now, if you're fat, it's because you're toxic on the inside. You're too acidic. Fat holds toxins. That's just what it is. Fat holds toxins. So if you don't go work out and you don't go train yourself and teach your mind to love yourself more, you're gonna look just like that every moment, time, point, space, and somebody's gonna leave you. If they love themselves enough, they're eventually going to say, listen, you got to get it in line. If you don't get it in line, I'm gonna go find somebody else, because they have the right to do that. Nobody owes you anything. You owe it to yourself. If you don't wake up and say, I'm grateful for my body, I'm grateful to be able to walk today, I'm grateful to be able to talk today, I'm grateful for my skin, I'm grateful for my hands, grateful for my feet, I'm grateful for my hair, for my ear, whatever it is, man, you should be grateful for everything that you have right now at this moment in time. If you're grateful for it, you show up for it. You do the best for it. You do the best job for it. You don't contaminate your body with constant drinking and alcohol at happy hours, which is basically sad hour. Happy hour is not happy hour, it's sad hour, because there's no such thing as wine and spirit. Wine takes away your spirit, as does alcohol takes away your spirit. Spirit is the breath. So spirit is the breath, and you drinking, when it goes into your solar plexus, all 12 cranial nerves are now receiving poison, because all alcohol is poison. Direct line of poison to your entire body, which is why as soon as you drink it, you can't see, you can't stand, you start stumbling, you're no longer conscious of what you're doing, and then you can get taken advantage of based on your bad imagination, because already you're toxic. And then your liver is gonna go out eventually if you keep on doing it. So what I'm saying to people, step one, you have got to schedule from Monday to Sunday physical intimacy. And step two, you have got to find a self-care program that you have. Some sort of self-care, training, fitness every day, wake up in the morning, I meditate, I clear my mind out. Don't meditate once a week or once every 2 weeks. You have to connect to the divine every single day. I suggest you do it every single day. Dr. Joe Dispenza just came out with this new documentary called Source. He just put it out. It's actually, it's up until tomorrow, I think. But what he was basically saying was, it changes you, but sleep changes you. Just go to bed on time. Just go to bed on time. Just connect to the divine. Sleeping is the direct portal for you to have a line of connection between yourself and the divine. Many people are backed up just because they haven't got to sleep. So when you drink caffeine all day long, you won't be able to sleep at nighttime. That's why I think Starbucks is the worst thing for the world to have at this moment in time. I think Starbucks, I think too much coffee, caffeine, soda, Coca-Colas, Pepsis, I think all these acidic things. Think about carbonation, carbonated water. Carbonated water, carbon dioxide is supposed to come out of us. It comes out of us. Everything goes into us, becomes contaminated, and we expel it out. The plants, the trees, they breathe that in. We breathe out carbon dioxide. The plants breathe out oxygen, we take the oxygen. When you have carbon dioxide that's coming out of your body, understand that carbon dioxide is what is the toxin, the poison that comes out of a person. When you breathe, you drink it in, and it goes in there, it goes into what it does, it comes out as carbon dioxide. Soda is just the carbon dioxide that's being expelled out, and it's pumped back into the actual beverage in the water. So it's carbonated water, that's carbon dioxide, which is crazy. So basically you're drinking poison. That's why I see how the world works. If people are on one side, it's because they're not being honest with themselves and transparent. So your self-care is primary. Do strength through length exercises. You guys can check out my Solveggio training on YouTube, right? I have a channel on YouTube that shows all these different exercises and things as well. Or go to solveggiotraining.com. I'll leave the link in the description. That's another thing you guys can go do. Check out some good self-care things. I get a free workout for everybody who comes up in there, and you just go do it. Just do it every day. I do it every day. Same thing every day. One set every day. And that inch by inch makes the whole world of difference. So just by me loving myself more, loving my body more, loving my mind more, loving my time more, I'm attracted to myself so much, I desire to give physical intimacy to whomever is entangled with me in a romantic relationship. And I also look at sex differently because I have to be intentional about it. Check out my video that I did on sex. I think it's my first video that I did on my channel, actually. It talks about how you need to be intentional about having sex. But again, men need physical intimacy, women, you need physical intimacy. You need to get this orgasm energy that Will Hemright was talking about. This orgasm energy is all around you. You need to become an orgasmic person to be able to come out to express yourself properly and express yourself authentically. That's properly. Authentically is properly, because that's what God wants you to be. But I want you to be expressive, expansive, huge, big. And if you can look at yourself differently and say, what does my best self have to offer? What does me being my best every day look like and feel like? That's the difference. Don't take it for granted. And women, stop blocking your men from receiving because you don't feel good with yourself. Take care of yourself and then give your men the gift. Men, don't block your woman from receiving, okay? Take care of yourselves. And also, this is a big thing for men, semen. That's supposed to be the oil. Semen is like the Christ oil that goes from the basic spine to the top of your head. If you ejaculate and your semen is dark yellow to brown color, you're acidic. Literally, you're acidic. It's telling you. So look at yourselves. You see, men go run to pornography and things like that because they can't satisfy the woman that's in front of them. So they try to go get satisfaction, and they can't get satisfaction from the partner that they're with because they can't satisfy them because they don't have it. They aren't feeling good. They haven't been doing their work. They haven't been doing their job on themselves. So they run to pornography because it's free. It's easy. Then they lose connection with any woman that they walk around with. That's why pornography is so prevalent, because everybody's so afraid to go say hello to somebody else because they're like, oh my gosh, will they see me? That's it. That's the honest truth. So most men are just cowards. You know, some women do it too, though, you know, but I would say most men are just cowards because they don't want to actually face the fact that their bellies are poking out, their stomach is inflamed, you know, they've been eating wrong, drinking wrong, smoking cigarettes, doing all these toxic things to themselves because they've been lying to themselves so much. Just look, surrender all that. Stop lying. Make it a choice, make it a point to say, listen, I'm gonna be part of the divine, this is what I'm gonna do, this is how I'm gonna be, and then I'm gonna pleasure myself, I'm gonna pleasure by pleasuring my partner. And then that's it. So the step number one, you know, how to schedule your physical intimacy, you know, and just intimacy, period. You know, step number one is find a schedule Monday to Sunday. Movies nights, talks, massages, you know, showers, pool night, spa night, you know, walk along the lake, you know, just you and your partner. You know, sex Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't know. But just do something that you guys are comfortable with and that you can agree on. Work out together. If you work out together, I guarantee you'll have physical intimacy. Because working out together is going to find a way of attraction by saying, I love myself, you love yourself, so work out together. That's a direct way to have physical intimacy right there, because you're going to see this person loving themselves, you're going to see this person loving themselves, and they're doing it for themselves, which is going to make you happy. I'm telling you 100%. 100%. So just start to look at these things, man. Step number one, again, schedule it Monday to Sunday. Find something that you guys can agree upon and commit to it. Make it non-negotiable that you're gonna have sex with your partner minimum 3 times a week. Make it non-negotiable that you're gonna go to have a massage or, you know, go have a date night or something like that. Make it non-negotiable that you're gonna take care of your self-care, step number 2, which is, you know, training, meditation, proper sleep, and not ever lying to your partner. Be transparent. If it's something that they need to hear, say it. That shows that you really love somebody unconditionally. Be honest. That's the love that comes out of that. That's the love that comes out of that. Other than that, try it. See if it works for y'all. All right, check out our videos on our YouTube channel. You know, like, share, subscribe if you like this video. And until next time, peace.